You put a person
community service
to prison for murder. It should just be how long the life expectancy they had is how long you go for.
That's not bad.
You murder an 80-year-old, you're going there for 5 years.
Yeah.
Welcome to episode 18 of Shower Party. Brandon was a little baby and couldn't join today, so we're joined by Michael Dickens.
That's right, dude.
Yeah. Brandon had an ear infection.
An ear infection.
The most dumb way to cancel on your job, am I right?
Put him out. Is this a job?
Yeah, I pay him.
Okay.
Sexual favors.
He is a cutie. He's got that little ear piercing, which I like. But yeah, no, I'm happy to be here. I can't say.
Oh, you're good. I do this to Brandon too.
You're good.
I do this to Brandon. If you're talking too loud or too quiet, I just move the mic away from you.
Yeah, I won't know, but I can't say I've seen an episode yet, but
that's great.
I mean, maybe that's 18? A good thing.
Yeah,
so
fresh take.
We'll have to.
Yeah, you kind of have like a similar vibe to Brandon. You know,
what's that?
Both of you have like
quiet and gay.
Don't have sex. Yeah.
Okay.
You know.
You picked the perfect co-host. Why? Or was I just the only one who drive 45 minutes to?
You're the only one I asked. So.
Oh, okay. I appreciate that.
Yeah. I figured you fit the vibe like Brandon did, so I figured might as well bring you on. You're the first person other than me and Brandon to be on here. So.
I know. I was excited to hear that. I get to brag to people, especially Austin. He's a big Shower Party fangirl. Do you have a name for your fans?
Austin coined the term suds buds. So
that's good.
Yeah, not bad.
Yeah.
Shower
or you
thinkers,
can just call him Austin.
Yeah, we did do that one point.
Yeah.
Because we have another listener, a friend of ours, not a listener. His last name is Austin. So we just have like a bunch of Austins commenting all the time. So we called him Austin at one point.
That's fun. I'll be a sud bud eventually. What am I as a honorary guest?
You're just a guest. Guest sud.
A guest sud.
You're just a bubble in the air. You're waiting to be popped.
I can't wait.
But along the lines of you and Brandon both not having sex. Yeah. I had like a joke that I thought would be funny, but it's not going to be funny. So I'm just going to ask you.
Okay.
How willing are you to get to like close to death every week?
What is this?
Like very close to death. Like almost dying. Oh. But you're going to live, but you're very close to death.
And I know that it's coming?
Yeah. You're doing it yourself. I
feel like there's a lot of times where I'm very close to death throughout the week, and I don't even realize it.
No, you're going to like slit your wrists.
Oh.
And you're gonna get close, but you're gonna survive.
Is this like a scale? What do you mean?
Yeah, yeah. This is like you go up to a woman and you say, "Hey, have sex with me, or I'm gonna kill myself." And if she says no, you actually do it.
I actually kill myself?
9 out of 10 times this might work. And I was thinking you could be the guinea pig. You could try to get the ball rolling in this kind of fiasco. I don't think Brandon, I didn't ask him the question last week, but I don't think he would be willing. If you were willing to do this, then we could test it out.
I mean, do you just think that no one wants to fuck me and that's the only way to get them?
I mean, we can try it out.
I did call a girl pretty once and didn't do anything. Also asked for someone's number, didn't get anything. So I don't know how much faith I have in this. I feel
like
solution. They'll call my bluff most of the time. This is the final solution.
Final solution to you.
My hands are sweating right now.
Oh, you're all nervous?
Yeah, I'm really putting myself in this situation.
Just don't say where you work and you'll be fine.
Okay, yeah, that's good. So if I'm like really horned up, which lately I haven't been, but if I am, then I guess really willing.
All right, let's do it.
Well, I have to let you know when I'm horned up.
Okay.
I can't.
I mean, we can force it.
I can't control it. It's just.
I'll induce you.
Induce me. Yeah. How would you do that?
Put a couple, put you in a trance. Get a hypnotist. Yeah, erotic hypnotist in here.
I'd take that. Yeah. That sounds fun.
What is it? What the fuck is his name? There's an erotic hypnotist that comes around.
There's a guy?
Every now and then. Yeah.
You know him?
He performs. I don't know him.
He does.
But it's not Michael Tricks. It's
it's not
some
Michael
other
Tricks.
Dude. It's some other dude. He has assault allegations, which not a very good hypnotist.
No, I guess not.
If he couldn't make him forget that, then
that's true.
He's not very good. So we have a couple. We always do news on here a little bit.
Some news.
Yeah.
I'm the worst person for this, but
it's time for the news. Breaking news.
This is a cultural shock to me. I have no
really?
idea what the fuck's going on. What the hell is that?
We do that every now and then. You gotta,
was I supposed to chime in?
No, you're fine.
Okay.
So turkey inflation hits the new 24-year high. And Thanksgiving is still 2 months away. And your fat mom is already inflating herself with turkey.
Okay. Was I supposed to have a one-liner prepared for that?
No. We just go back and forth with news jokes every now and then, you know.
Yeah.
And we talk about it, like turkey inflation.
Okay.
Last week, the euro hit an all-time high, and I said, those Europeans always fat and shit, or something like that.
You're getting real meta here for your, for Austin.
Yeah, you got to listen every week.
Yeah,
you know?
I need to. So, yeah, I'm Turkish, and
yeah,
my grandpa lives in Turkey. That means nothing to me, but
it means you're
sure
fat
it means a lot.
as hell. And your mom is inflating herself.
So fat because she's inflating herself with turkey. What's that chemical in turkey that makes you tired?
Tryptophan.
Tryptophan.
Yeah.
There's probably something there.
Do you think so?
Yeah.
Are you trying to rip on it and do another one-liner?
I'm just trying to hand you something here, lob them to you. Tryptophan, yeah.
Yeah, your mom
Wishbone.
Sleeping on this dick.
Ooh.
You like that?
Yeah, that was good. I like it.
Got another word for me?
Yeah. Broil.
Broil? You broil a turkey? You're just going through too far. We're going to go to the next joke.
Right. I came very unprepared. I'm sorry, guys.
These are all very dry and bad jokes usually.
Okay.
That's the fun part of it. Is that we just write
try
jokes.
and riff on each joke?
No, we just if something comes to us, we talk about
it.
Yeah. All right. Hurricane Ian devastated Puerto Rico, Cuba, and southern United States. And Joe Biden was spotting handing out paper towels in Puerto Rico. But I don't think that'll soak up all the water from the Category 5 hurricane.
That's funny.
Paper towels.
Yeah. Was he also fucking shooting threes with them?
I wish, like Trump.
Like Trump? No, you can't do that with his rotator cuffs.
No. The headline was that Joe Biden was down there in a similar Trump scenario, like handing out paper towels and stuff
to Puerto Ricans.
But he did not throw them. They probably briefed him on that. That was his note card of the day. Do not throw paper towels.
Do not throw them.
Yeah.
If only the ShamWow guy was still around, we could
soak up the hurricane.
Yeah, we could do that. Throw that in.
At one point, Trump did say that we could nuke. He was like, "Do you guys want me to nuke this hurricane? Like, we can get rid of it real quick."
Which hurricane was he talking about with that one?
Rita? I don't know.
Because it's a woman.
And Latina.
Yeah, exactly. Can't nuke a Ian.
Yeah. But if
it doesn't work, it's got to be a Rita or a fucking
Mario.
Yeah, or like a Mao. What's a Japanese name? You can nuke the.
Oh, I gotcha,
did it have Japanese named hurricanes?
You're going for that low.
Yeah,
blow?
I was. I just froze and didn't know any Japanese.
We don't do those low tier jokes here on Shower Party.
Shit.
I don't know what you're trying to say.
Just
here.
upper echelon.
I don't know if you're trying to be racist. I don't
Let's
know.
Get back to the turkey jokes.
We did have almost a whole episode on turkey once. Not the state, but the animal.
Just turkeys.
Brandon didn't know we pardoned a turkey every year.
Oh yeah.
And they also, we thought they didn't fly, but they do fly apparently.
I think for short distances. Right?
Yeah, well, they get pretty high.
I don't think they can flock.
Not for long, but they get high.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They can get up there. I learned about the pardoning thing from Rick and Morty.
Oh, yeah? Now, did you know that they pardon 2 every year in case one gets sick and dies before they can pardon it?
No way.
And they name it like peanut butter and jelly. Or like stars and stripes. It's dumb as shit.
So dumb. Peanut butter and jelly and stars and stripes. Yeah. That is the most American thing.
I think Obama's, I think one of his was peanut butter and jelly. So,
what's that say about him?
Biracial? I don't know.
Oh.
Is that where you're going?
No,
at?
I don't.
I thought you were going for another
American.
Low joke. Another low blow over here. Guess
I just have fucking low-hanging fruit material over here.
I think I got one more. I don't have any more jokes actually, but I looked at InfoWars earlier today. InfoWars, hosted by Alex Jones, the website.
He's still going strong?
He's not on YouTube or Twitter or anything, but he is on Infowars.com. And this episode is sponsored by Male Boosting Enhancement by InfoWars. They do sell all this.
So they sell some supplements?
They do. They're like,
FDA
I actually
approved?
wrote this down, that they're basically like the Crystal Girls of conservatism because they sell all these like holistic drop-in fluids. They're kind of like the essential
oil stuff. Yeah. That's gay. What, dude?
They're one step
Alex
away.
Jones is doing that now?
I mean, he's always done this.
Always?
Yes, it's been like his thing. It's like
pushing that
testosterone
stuff?
Booster and then women alpha. It's like basically alpha brain for conservatives.
Yeah.
It's like CBD for conservatives is all stuff.
CBD?
Doesn't do anything, but it makes you feel cool, you know.
Have you ever tried CBD? Probably hallucinate on that too, don't you?
Yeah. No, I've never tried it.
I've tried it. It doesn't do anything. You're right.
Yeah.
I need to try some Alpha Brain. Maybe that'll...
It might. They have a deal going on right now on Infowars.com. They usually have a deal going on, so you can get in there pretty easily.
Okay.
They sell commemorative coins, too, obviously.
Oh.
You know, like a 9/11 commemorative memorial coins.
Like
and
the smushed ones you get at the zoo?
I wish. That would be cool.
I'd actually buy those.
But
they're just normal...
Yeah, collectible coins. You see them on like Fox News all the time, like the 9/11 ones, the President Trump ones. Pretty cool.
No,
get a little. It's like cryptocurrency for conservatives. They have They have everything the liberal people have, but a little bit different.
it's a little bit.
They have physical
geriatric. Weird, dude. I mean, wasn't Alex Jones in court recently?
Yeah. Well,
and he was still powering through with the InfoWars stuff.
This big issue where he said the Sandy Hook shooting victims were all actors. You know,
he went to court over that.
Yeah, well,
they can take you to court for that.
I don't know. I can go deep into this.
I said a lot worse than that.
No, well, what he did was he said this over and over again that they were like paid actors and that the children didn't die, and he started putting like the addresses and names of the parents of the victims out, and his followers forced them basically to move multiple times because he kept on putting out their info. So they had to like relocate, and they were getting death threats. And
I mean, that's understandable.
Nasty. It was like $5 million was the lawsuit, and there's another one that he's in right now.
Yeah, I should tune into that. I mean, it's over,
InfoWars?
right?
No, it's still going.
The court shit? Not InfoWars.
The first lawsuit's over. I'm pretty sure he has to pay like the $5 million.
I just want to see Alex Jones in an environment that he can't control.
Yeah, well, it is very funny because he had a couple hot mic scenarios where he's like, "What the hell are you making me say out there?" Like, it's all a character, like obviously.
Oh yeah,
and he's just caught up in the character.
He just can't let it go.
Yeah.
I want to get to that point.
Yeah,
I'm just so committed. So
committed that you're willing to spend $5 million on saying the Sandy Hook students were all fake. Well, one of the headlines on InfoWars was raunchy woke LGBT movie featuring graphic sex scenes bombs at theaters, referencing the Bro comedy rom-com with Billy Eichner, the guy from Billy on the Street.
No idea what the fuck.
All right,
you will find out just how little I know about stuff.
You know very little.
I know.
You know less than Brandon, which is shocking.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
That just sounded like Euphoria to me. Yeah. I did see that.
I haven't seen that.
All
so.
Right. Well,
I
got one on you.
I thought I too would rather watch homosexual porn from the comfort of my own home rather than in theaters. So I can understand why that movie bombed. You know.
Yeah, I do too. Sorry, I kind of stepped on your joke right there.
You're fine.
Forgot that we were doing that.
You're a guest host. It's gonna happen. We're bound to step on each other's toes. You just we do have a quota of 2 clips per podcast, so you're gonna have to step up the bits if you're gonna want to get in that clip, you know.
All right. Gay sex. What's cool about that?
Oh, have you not seen? It's like the first very gay rom-com that came out.
I might have seen a clip.
Yeah,
on it. He
was on like a bunch of podcasts and what.
No, I was just something. Who was on it? The people pushing the movie?
What are you asking now?
I don't know what the fuck's going on right now, dude. What is happening? What are we talking about? The gay people in the rom-com?
Yes.
Yeah. The gay rom-com. These fucking gay guys were on podcasts?
No, they were like promoting it on podcasts. Yeah, and stuff. That's where you might have seen it. So, like late night.
Probably not. I think I just saw like a Hulu commercial or something.
Hulu commercials, Instagram ads.
Yeah.
I got you.
And
what's the last movie you saw?
I think the original Top Gun.
The The new movie. What's the last new movie you've seen?
Oh my god, dude.
Is it from 1980?
I honestly can't remember.
Really?
I could pull up my Netflix queue right now.
When's the last time you went to the theater?
Oh my god. Endgame? Avengers?
2018?
That was probably
2019?
No, I went. Oh, get this. Talking about gay stuff. Went and saw the Charlie's Angels. I think that was the last time I went.
That's very heterosexual.
It's heterosexual?
Charlie's Angels is a bunch of women.
Yeah,
Just
but it was like
women.
the reboot.
Yeah. It has like
Which
Mila
was-
Kunis and like
The chick from Twilight.
oh yeah. Stewart.
Are they
Kristen
them now?
Stewart. No.
Oh.
Just bisexual.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. The fake one.
All the lines get crossed there. Try and stay correct. But yeah, I think that was the last one I saw, and it was hot garbage. But I don't go to movies. I don't really like them.
See, I prefer the movies. I love going to the movies.
I like going to the movies.
Yeah.
But I just end up not liking most movies.
Okay. I like seeing even bad movies. I think bad movies are more fun to see at the theater.
If they're really bad, yeah.
Yeah. Like I like horror movies, especially because they're either very good or very bad. So if you go to the theater and you see them there, it's always going to be a good experience for horror movies.
Yeah. I've never been much of a horror guy, but it really depends on the people you go with, too.
Yeah.
Because I like to talk during it.
Oh, you're one of those.
I am one of those.
Okay. You're meant for
My
a home
family
theater.
is the fucking worst family to watch
Just
movies
out
with and
loud
shows.
speaking.
Oh my god, I was watching Game of Thrones before the House of Dragon. My mom just talks during the entire thing, just like predicting shit. She's like, I could write this. I was like, you can't write it just because they said thank you and you predicted or something. I don't know. She'd predict the most obvious shit, and she's like, yeah, I could write this.
Yeah.
No, you
It's
can't.
good. She sees one brother and one sister and says, yeah, they're going to do it.
Fuck.
They're going to go at it real
It was
hard.
actually uncle and niece, but
Oh, yeah. Wasn't there like I saw a thing on Twitter. I don't know if it was the Rings of Power or the new Game of Thrones, but there was a zipper on one of their costumes that they tried to hide, but you could very obviously see the rest of the zipper.
yeah.
Which is, people are mad about like
That was
black
probably
people
Game of
being in there.
Thrones.
People are mad about black people being in there, but then there's like an obvious zipper going.
I know. Yeah, in the original Game of Thrones during like the last season, they had a coffee cup, and this is old fucking shit, but so they kind of have a history of mess ups, slip ups with it. So
they could have coffee cups.
yeah,
You never know.
how many two fucking coffee cup zippers and black people? That's
We get a little too
too
modern here.
A little bit. Need to dial it back. Let's get historically accurate. What the hell is this? No, what distracts me is whenever it's like two white parents and then there's like just a black kid or vice versa.
Yeah.
What is this, dude? They didn't adopt.
Albino. I don't know.
Okay. You can tell if it's an albino, though.
Yeah.
Albino, they still got the features.
Damn, you're just like Brandon. It's good.
Man. If only he was here.
Usually I make him wait till like the 30-minute mark to get totally racist.
Sorry.
Yeah, it's fine.
Oh, we're only at 20 minutes. Dang.
Yeah.
All right, we got a ways.
40 minutes to go.
All right,
You
let's go. I'm
ready to
excited.
buckle
I'm
in?
ready. I'm getting warmed up now.
All right.
I'm just kind of testing the waters here.
Dipping your toe
We can
in.
go, yeah.
Weren't you going to start one with Austin?
Yeah, we were supposed to record this. It's fucking Austin, dude. He doesn't have a car.
That's true. I mean, you could do it in your car. Just record it in your car.
In my car?
That could be pretty cool.
Yeah, maybe.
While you pick him up to drive somewhere because he doesn't have one. You could say, there could be a cool name with that too. Like, can I catch a ride? I don't know.
Yeah,
Some shit like
can I
that.
catch a ride.
Lift me up. I don't know. That could be cool. You could set up like a little camera in there, put a microphone. You can have set up the booms inside the car.
Yeah. I'd probably crap. I'm a horrible driver, so I don't know if that's super safe. Austin, it'd probably be safer if Austin drove, even though he doesn't have a license. But
Yeah.
I mean, we could try.
My first
Or we could
podcast.
just sit in the back seat.
My first podcast idea was like when I was younger. was like eventually just put like a camera on the steering wheel so that when you turn, it like turns with it, and then just on your morning commute, just do it every day. Use like a daily or 30-minute radio thing.
Yeah, I don't think people would enjoy watching that too much, but I mean, maybe listening. I tried to do a little like record myself in the car, and then I listened back to it.
It's bad.
It's not good. I mean,
the only successful solo podcast is Bill Burr. You can't do it really other than him.
Well, especially if you're distracted. You're driving, you're like, fucking,
what
the hell are you doing?
I thought that'd be like the best place because you get like angry and you start ranting on something when you see something. I know there's like, you can just look around and get a new topic.
Oh, that's true.
What I thought.
That is true, but there's not much to see here.
Yeah. There used to be a guy that would make beats in his car.
Make beats?
Yeah, like he had a little MIDI pad where you can just do like...
Not like the vegetable.
No, making music.
That's kind of cool.
That is cool.
That's like Mark Rebier.
Yeah.
That guy.
You kind of look like him a little bit.
Me?
Yeah, Mark Rebier.
I think I've gotten that a little bit. You kind of look like if Gary Goldman kills somebody, I feel like you could...
That's what I look like.
Play him in the docuseries.
I've gotten Gary Goldman before, especially now that I have the longer hair.
I saw a clip of him and it hit me.
Yeah. Back when I was younger and more attractive, I got called, when shorter hair, I would be called Clark Kent is what I got. Or Superman.
That's kind of weird. You're still young.
No, I'm
They're like
getting up there.
Who's saying you're attractive when you were younger?
I mean, like
Liam used to be
18.
So cute when he was
18, 19,
like 8 years ago.
Yeah.
I don't know, dude. You need to talk to some different people.
Yeah, non-pedophiles.
Yeah, probably. I mean, if you got like a good head on your shoulders, I feel like it wouldn't be bad talking to pedophiles. It's like talking to, gay people.
I mean, we get at the open mics. We probably do all the time, to be honest.
Oh, without a doubt.
we run into quite a few of them. Some convicted, to be honest.
No way.
Remember, like Michael Long?
No,
that was his name. He was convicted.
Why is his
pedophile.
name gotta be Michael? Dude?
I know. It sucks for you, doesn't it?
That does suck. There's too many Michaels. I gotta change my name. God.
But yeah, Michael Long, he was convicted, and he changed his last name for stage so that nobody knew him, and they didn't look him up and see that.
Yeah, I think you were talking about this.
Yeah. And
he kind of got outed?
Yeah. On Twitter, he ran, so it goes very deep, this drama. Mm-hmm. He ran a professional WWE wrestler's Twitter page. Oh, yeah, and it was like a pretty conservative guy. He made it very liberal, and then people found out it wasn't actually him tweeting. They found out who it actually was, looked him up, found out he was a pedophile. And like people in the area have like done shows for him and like are on the internet posted with him, so they had to be like, yeah, I didn't know this.
Oh, God.
I wish I would have known, though, because the last time I saw him was at a mic in Kent, like a couple of days before this came out, and it was right next to the Kent High School. So it's like, you're not allowed here. Yeah,
No.
I guarantee this was less than 500 feet. Like.
Oh, God. So he kept Michael, the name?
Yeah.
He just changed the last
name. I forget what his real last name.
You got to change both names.
I don't know if Long was his real or fake last name. I'm not sure, but...
Well,
I saw him every now and then. He wasn't very good. He's gay. But
and a pedophile.
Yes.
Did he try and pull a Spacey? Be like, it's because I'm gay.
His husband when they started dating, he was 17. Michael was 30. And then when they got married, he was 18. Michael was 31. Like, he got him fresh. Really? Actually, not even fresh. He got him when he was like before the date you're supposed to consume, you know.
That's what is that term?
Not good yet. Ripe.
Oh, okay.
He wasn't ripe.
He was not ripe.
People are.
He was ripe to him.
Bananas.
Just societally not ripe. I'm in a sociology class right now, and right now I'm trying to take a sociological perspective and empathize with the pedophile.
I don't think you should. You're like the other guy that we converse with every now and then. Not converse with, but we see on stage where he works with pedophiles, and he says they're not bad.
Yeah,
they're not that bad. Come on, guys.
There's like nice people. There's still people. That's not their entire personality.
Yeah, but.
They're
good. They
I wouldn't say they're good, but it's definitely not their entire
just
personality.
A couple times.
They can be funny pedophiles. They can be polite pedophiles, but they're still bad.
Yeah,
it's still not good.
You still put them in the bad folder. You wouldn't eat that fruit.
Of course.
You know.
Yeah. Would you put yourself in the bad folder?
Well, I'm not a pedophile, so I'd keep myself.
Well, yeah, there's not just pedophiles that are bad for it.
Here's actually a good question, a moral question for your psychology. What's worse, pedophile or murder?
Oh, I don't know. Yeah, that's a tough one.
I think pedophile.
Yeah?
Yeah. When you kill someone,
it depends.
it's gone. It's done with. Pedophile, you live with it. Right?
Yeah.
You torture them for the rest of your life. That one's worse.
Just live. I mean, I think I would probably rather be touched. I've never experienced it, so I don't know than murdered because you can't deal with murder
if you
once
had
you're
the
dead.
choice. Yeah.
You know, you can seek out therapy, get help.
Yeah.
But not when you're dead.
If I had to make a split second, I'm just saying not like which one would I rather have. Which one was worse in my book, you know?
So you think pedophiles should go to jail longer than
the murderers? Yeah.
I think if you're like murdering a 80-year-old man, it's
you should get like
that's like 2 years maybe.
When you put a person
community service
to prison for murder, it should just be how long the life expectancy they had is how long you go for.
That's not bad.
You murder an 80-year-old, you're going there for 5 years.
Yeah,
you're not going too long.
If it's like a 45-year-old smoker who smokes like 2 packs a day, you're like
probably 55.
Yeah,
they do a little analysis.
Yeah, they break it down.
Yeah, if it's a baby, you're going there for 80 years.
But if the baby has like leukemia,
then 2 years.
Not bad.
Yeah. So you really got to see who you want to murder.
Yeah. Now, if might want to cut this part out. Should it be the pedophiles go to jail for? There might be a little math equation here. You can multiply it by 4 or something. But however long it takes them to maturely develop.
Oh, so age till 18 times 5 or something?
Yeah.
Huh. Yeah, well, because then if they're like 7, There should be like a base equation, like a y equals mx plus b.
Yeah.
The b needs to be a little higher, you know?
Yeah.
So it's like 20 years plus the age till 18 times 4.
Slope. Yeah. I think we got a solution here.
Say they're 10 years old. That's 8 times 4. That's 32 plus 10. That's 42 years.
Yeah, that's good.
You
know, like when you're sitting in math class and you're like, when the fuck am I going to use this?
This is when you use it.
This is when you use it. This is how you use it to solve problems, real world issues.
Yeah. This would solve a lot of the crime.
A lot of the crime.
Repeat offenders, we wouldn't have those.
They would they'd be sitting there because pedophiles aren't smart. They're mostly dumb people, so they're not going to try and do a math equation to figure out how long. They're like, I'm fucked here. I can't figure this out. I'm not going to touch a kid.
Yeah. Have you ever watched To Catch a Predator? Most of them are a little bit lower than the average IQ.
Yeah,
you can catch them.
Exactly. Borderline. No, I'm not going to say that. It's unique.
Yeah. How's your first experience? How's your first 30 minutes on the pod?
Since we started talking about pedophiles.
This is going to be your first aired podcast.
It is. It is. I know I did. I've done with you and Duke twice now, right?
Yeah.
Did John Brown's podcast.
Oh, this is your second aired one then.
What?
This is your second aired one. You know?
Which was my first?
John Brown's.
He aired it?
I assume so.
I don't think he did.
I can look it up.
I think it was that bad.
You think so? You think
it was directly after I had an erectile dysfunction episode.
Oh.
And we had just recorded our fake podcast. And so I was, in a depressive mindset. And also he talks a lot about news, and I know nothing about news.
Jimmy, and how long ago was it?
It was right after Austin's. So if there's...
Oh, yeah, you're on here.
Oh, shit.
It's out. You're good.
I haven't listened to it.
This one is a late episode because the week was weird. Deal with it.
The week was
Nothing
weird.
about you. Let's see what they labeled mine, because I did it a while ago. I was episode 99. Will he beat up Blake? Probably.
That never happened.
Yeah, that never happened.
We got a big problem in our little community of commitment.
Yeah, I agree. I see that every now and then.
Yeah.
Where like people will say they're putting on shows, doesn't happen.
Doesn't happen. Nothing comes to fruition.
Yeah. The only one that's regular in the Northeast Ohio comedy scene is the Shower Party podcast.
Shower Party. That's right.
Yeah.
And Austin and I will probably not get one going, but
yeah.
At least we got this. If Brandon ever gets an ear infection again,
yeah, you're gonna be the first one I call.
All right, I'll make the 45-minute commute.
If you get 100 friends to listen to this, you'll be on every week.
100 friends.
Yeah. If you get 100 friends to subscribe and watch, then you're on.
That's a tall task.
You're a third co-host.
All right. That's a challenge.
You got to send it to 10 friends or you will die the next day. That's you have to forward it in emails.
Oh, should I make that part of the... Sorry. I got a burp.
Oh, you got a burp? Right in the mic.
I don't know.
Go for it.
But, should I make that part of asking girls to fuck me?
Yeah, it's like, hey, I made an appearance on this really cool podcast. You might have heard of it. It's called Shower Party with Liam Salvage and I,
Sanders. Or else I'm going to kill myself.
At the same time.
At the same time.
We gotta be like, hey, if you don't like this podcast, then we shouldn't even be doing this anyway. So if we can do it at the same time, it'll help me come faster.
It will. Just hearing Liam's smooth, silky voice.
You should hear this one episode where Liam and Brandon was in a dog costume the whole time. You gotta hear that one.
A picture of that
one. You gotta listen to it, babe.
That one gets me going. The dog outfit. Wagging his tail.
Yeah, I was hanging out on Wednesday after the funny stuff, and people were talking about Halloween, and I just kept on saying, I recently bought a dog costume.
Just kept talking about it?
Different people would talk about it.
React to it.
I was the only one laughing. I do that a lot, where I say one thing and I keep saying it over and over. Yeah, it's like different people would be talking and be like, I recently bought a dog costume. So
just interjected.
Yeah. If they were talking about Halloween, so.
Yeah, so only if they were talking about Halloween?
Yeah, or Halloween costumes.
Dang, you're going to have a busy conversation period coming up.
This month is going to ramp up for me. I'm going to be getting real busy real soon talking about this dog costume.
Wow, dude, that's a big commitment right there.
Yeah. Dude, I can't even... I've only talked about it maybe 5 times in one day. It's going to ramp up probably 20 times a week.
At least.
Yeah.
20 times a week.
I have the dog costume over there if you want to wear it.
It's fucking hot as shit in here, so probably not. But
Brandon soaked it last time. Like, it's
just drenched in sweat.
Yeah.
Maybe I will put it on.
I don't even think... you said you never watched an episode.
No, I've never watched an episode.
Brandon probably won't watch this, so...
Yeah, that's okay. I'm a narcissist, too. So.
You can say whatever you want about him. Have you met him once?
I met Brandon once.
Yeah.
And he was a sweet boy.
Yeah.
Sweet people. That's your childhood best friend?
Yeah, we've been friends for 14 years.
That's cute.
Yeah.
How'd you meet?
We were playing baseball. We were on the same team.
I can't imagine Brandon playing baseball.
You fucking bitch.
See him in the dugout.
I think the first conversation we had, we were playing catch, and he threw the ball and it hit me in the face when I wasn't looking. So
that's how it started.
And then we had class together in 2nd grade.
Oh.
And then some annoying kid that sat next to me, talked to me too much, and then they moved me for no reason. And then they put me next to Brandon.
So. And he was just quiet enough.
Yeah, just quiet enough to let me.
Just the perfect amount of volume.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's nice. Do you have any other best friends? Just one?
Yeah, I got a good group of them.
Good group?
You know what? You're in the group now. Good job.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm still asking about his best friend, so I feel like I'm not really in that group yet, but appreciate that. Thank you. You're not yet in my group, but we'll get there.
That's fair.
I have very little.
You have a lot of youth group friends.
Youth group.
Yeah. They look like they would be like camp counselors. And
they were.
That's
how I met those people.
Okay, youth group?
No, not youth group. Okay. They're not church people. They were doing hardcore drugs that night.
Oh.
Were
you in Young Life?
No, I was not.
You look like you'd be in Young Life.
What is a Young Life?
It's like the young Christian thing where they like hang out.
No, I'm not like a Christian-y guy. I worked as outdoor education instructor at a science camp. Nice. So it's like the opposite of a Christian camp. And it's just all about facts and evidence.
Yeah.
And then those were people that I worked with. They were here for a music festival. And it's kind of like the same energy. It's just like it's all like lovey-dovey. Yeah.
Instead of God will love you.
It's just nature. Weed, coke, acid, mushrooms, that type of stuff. Which I like. It's better.
I prefer hanging out with you for a minister, so I rescind my offer of lending you to the group.
You like the...
I needed one. I needed a youth group person to be in my group, and if you're not going to fit the bill...
shit, dude. Well, I mean, I can start going to church.
I would prefer that. Helps. I need a godly man in my life.
Yeah, I could fake it.
Here's something fun. So I just read a headline that was Massachusetts man charged with a mother's murder chokes on wet toilet paper of suicide and dies in custody.
You think it was intentional?
Yeah, he I think they stripped his cell of like everything. You know how they did at Jeffrey Epstein's, but he still somehow hung himself. Mm-hmm. I think they did that for him, but there was there was toilet paper in a toilet, so he dunked it in there, put it down his throat, and just choked himself.
Wow.
Which is a wild way to go.
That is a very wild way to go. You don't think he tried just like choking himself with his hands? Is that possible? You
pass out and you can breathe again.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense.
Do this because you'll just pass out and then you'll be able to breathe.
Humans are wildly creative.
They are. That's like the Robin Williams way of killing yourself, you know? Like you just lean forward with a belt on his neck.
Yeah.
Which you can kind of go up at any time. You know, you have to really want to.
You really want to.
Can you imagine how much toilet paper he put down his throat? That's got to be like a roll.
At least.
Like, he was putting it down there for a while.
They just thought this man was shitting blood. Yeah. They're like, how many rolls is this guy going through? I feel like he could have just made a rope out of the toilet paper at that point.
Yeah, he could have braided it. And put it around.
Maybe he just didn't have a girlfriend ever and didn't learn how to braid. I still don't know how to braid.
I don't know how to braid.
Yeah, I've tried it. Maybe with toilet paper it's easier than hair.
Yeah.
But that is a cool way to go.
I don't know about cool.
It's not cool, but I mean, it's like unique.
It's just the balls it takes to kill yourself with such, confidence of like, I want to do this so bad that I'm going to shove this down my throat.
Well, they say that a lot of people regret it.
Yeah. Well,
the people who jump off.
Yeah.
Imagine like if he regretted it. He was like, I got fucking toilet paper in my throat right now.
I think it'd be pretty... I don't know.
And he can't get it out, and he's like... That's an embarrassing way.
Yeah. Because also, you're probably trying to throw up at that point, too. But the toilet paper makes like a paper mache blockage in your throat.
Wow.
So you're not getting any of that throw
Nothing. Up. It's just completely
getting
blocked like cement.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's... Yeah, then it's just sad. It's cooler... when it's full commitment. He fully committed. But now thinking back, I'm like, maybe he started to regret it. Now I feel bad for him. What did he do?
Killed his mom. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So the whole family line's gone now.
Yeah, he deserves that.
Yeah.
Drown on that.
So that's actually a good... If you want to go to the bars and say, I'll kill myself if you won't sleep with me, and just put toilet paper down your throat while saying it.
Shoving it.
It's a pretty good visual for women. Yeah.
That would go well.
Yeah. You got a couple topics.
Okay, let's...
You want to whip those out? Want to whip those bad boys out?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, have you guys talked about incest on here before?
Maybe just a tiny bit.
Just a tad bit. Just dabbled in it.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, this is probably old stuff. I come to news very... I don't come to news, but yeah, I discover news very slowly.
As we've seen.
Yes, of course. So next year I'll be talking about Turkey
and
inflation. Yeah, what happened with that? I didn't even... But there's the family, the Whitaker family is the most inbred family.
Yeah.
And they're from West Virginia. I mean, I think everybody kind of has known this and discovered this, but they are so fucked up, dude.
Yeah, they are. I feel bad for them.
I feel horrible.
Because at that point, it's not their fault.
Yeah, but they're so ugly that you want to get mad at them. I was trying so hard, but I was like, you can only get mad at the parents.
Yeah.
But they're fucked up too.
Not even the parents. Yeah, it goes farther than that. Mm-hmm. Like, it has to be like 4 generations before that is where like it started getting... Like, we could make the decision not to, but they still did, and that's when it just got worse and worse.
And they were probably just like, what if they were in love? And they were just normal people.
The first one you can excuse.
Yeah.
Because that was like 1800s, 1700s. They were like, we're the only ones in the 25-mile radius. But once you get... The second generation should have been like, hold up.
What if they were also very fucked up? What if they were just ugly? Maybe they weren't like disfigured and didn't have a lot of mental problems.
Yeah.
I mean, they were probably stupid, But yeah, what if they're just ugly and they're like, this is the only person I can get?
I feel bad.
You kind of have
point.
to excuse them all.
Yeah, at this point I do. But
yeah, do you think they're still banging it out?
I don't think. Maybe like in not like a sexual way, but like in not knowing what happens. Eyes. Yeah, and the one guy barks.
Yeah,
he doesn't he can't talk. He barks.
He only barks.
Yeah,
and there's one kind of normal one, not as normal as you can get, and she kind of guards all of them. And police, they watch them 24/7.
They kind of have to. Like they're
because all these West Virginians hate them.
Yeah.
They have the same gut reaction as me. Yeah. Like, these people are so ugly, I want to kill them. It's horrible, but... Isn't that fucked up, though, that's like... We hate ugly people that much?
They want to get rid. Well, if you have a baby, then you can... If it's ugly enough...
I hate people who say that there aren't ugly babies. There are absolutely ugly babies.
They come out ugly.
Oh,
a baby isn't...
Every baby
cute until it's like the first month.
Yeah, and then there's some who are 1 year in and they're still ugly.
Yeah.
And then they're ugly for the rest of their lives.
But the first month in, they have the misshapen head. They have they're kind of purple still.
And purple, ugh.
Yeah. They have to get a month age, and then they're like, yeah, they're good.
Yeah.
And then they have 8 years of cuteness until that's when things start changing.
Let's hope. Unless a pedophile gets a hold of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. What else we got? Do I have anything? I mean, shit. Oh, what's I told a eating disorder joke,
Yeah, it was good.
And
eating disorder is very good.
I didn't. Yeah, it's very, very good. But is that too much?
I don't. If it was like a bigger issue in the mainstream where people more upset about it, but it's
past,
right? 2008.
I feel like I can talk about it now.
Yeah. Not many people are talking about it, and the way you brought it up is a very funny way of saying whatever happened to him. Yeah. You guys remember?
Yeah.
Which is I feel like the view of eating disorders have changed since they first got big.
Yeah, I agree. And I mean I tried working a new angle with it. Well, I'm going to try. I haven't tried it yet, but basically it takes discipline to have an eating disorder.
Yeah, it does.
Because I could never be bulimic, and I think I mentioned to you throwing up for me is a whole issue. It's an hour-long process of me just crying and pleading and begging, and just not to do it, and I couldn't do that for every meal.
Yeah, the way you approach jokes is also different than me, because I go up there and I'm like, I'm just gonna be an asshole. You at least tiptoe around it a little bit.
I try to.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like I kind of. I sometimes will. I need to. I feel like.
I'm hosting for Jim Florentine this weekend.
Yeah.
And I was like, I know the audience is gonna be older again because it's a weekend show, and they're just gonna it's just gonna be old people. So I'm gonna try to do my cleanest set while also staying true to the darker humor that I have. Mm-hmm. So I'm doing yeah, it's gonna be rough. I have very few jokes to pick from.
I know, dude, that shit sucks.
Yeah,
I want to be able to write clean.
I don't even want to write clean. I just want the opportunity to have a group of 20, 30, 40-year-olds that aren't oh my God, you said you're gonna shoot somebody.
You can't do that.
Yeah, I'm joking. And
yeah, you can't talk about shooting kids, bro.
Yeah, or the Amish. Old people love the Amish.
I guess so. Well, we are in Ohio, and this is the predominant. I feel like if you told that place in a neighboring state, they'd be more open to it. But if you told it in Alabama, people would be like, "What the fuck is an Amish?" Yeah, I don't think they even know.
I have a way for that joke to get older people a little bit on not older people, young 30s on my side if they're not on it. It's I say, what, they're your fellow whites, you're just protecting them. And if that doesn't work, then they're too old.
They're like, yeah, those are my fellow whites.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I was telling my some friends about your Amish joke.
Yeah, yeah.
And they're like, oh, the Amish are so nice. I love the Amish. I was like, you guys are fucking lame, dude.
They're sexist. They don't talk to women. That's why they're sexist. It's if you speak to an Amish man and you're a woman, they will not speak back. Most of them. Like some, obviously.
They're not
but,
allowed.
Yeah.
Like the old, respectable ladies.
They breed like dogs in puppy mills.
Mm-hmm.
Like they just keep them in there. And,
that's fucked up.
They kidnap a lot. They kidnap outside because they're like so inbred that they need to bring other people in so that they have like a new family in line.
Like, is it actually kidnapping, or are they just taking like a 18-year-old person and being like,
no,
you gotta like, fuck my daughter now?
No, they bring in like kids is like what it is.
Really?
Yeah. Like so that they can grow up in the Amish lifestyle. And they don't really know different. Yeah.
Wow, I never even knew that. That's
and they're almost like the Catholic Church in the touching kind of way. In some communities.
How do you know this much? You did your research.
I do. I watched a lot of like people that used to be in the Amish. Like
documentaries, or you just watched them? You
like on TikTok,
them?
there's people that like are out of the Amish and they talk about this. And also, I knew about like the inbreeding thing.
Is Rumspringa Amish?
Yes, okay. Rumspringa when they're 18, they can go out for like a year.
So are these people that did their Rumspringa
and they decided to stay out?
They just decided. Are there any who hit like 35 and are just like, I can't do this anymore?
Oh, you want to go back?
No,
or they want to stay out.
No, any Amish who get to like 35.
Yeah, you can leave at any time, but you're never allowed to come back. Like
you're exiled.
One of the guys I follow on TikTok was like, my dad killed himself, so he was exiled in his death, and they have like a separate burial plot for him away, and they don't take care of it, and he was only allowed to go for the funeral, and they did not talk to him. They didn't.
And he can't go see his dad anymore?
No.
His dad's
they can see him, but it's like over. Like all the nice graves are here. His dad's are over there.
Just gets this piece of shit one.
Yeah.
Wow. That is, this girl was describing to me how Amish approach death and view it.
Mm-hmm.
They said they really feel compassion for the person who dies rather than showing compassion for the loved one or family member. It's more of a celebration of life. Mm. And that is so fucked up that they're like, this person who was suffering so much died, like killed themselves because they hated their life that much. Yeah. And we're just going to hate them even more for it.
Yeah.
That's messed up, man.
Actually, I was joking around with my doctor one time. I was just seeing how far I could put. I was a new doctor, so I just wanted to push it and see like how
about
far.
the Amish. You're like, I'm gonna try my Amish material.
I was like, do you have any Amish people? And I was like seeing how far I could push it, and she was like, I actually have Amish diabetic patients that have like insulin pumps, which is electronic. And I was like, are they allowed?
Are they like hydraulically?
Yeah. Apparently, they're now allowing things like on an on-need basis, which is very stupid. If you're gonna be set in a religion, stick to it.
They should have some like old lady churning insulin.
Yeah, they have to. Well, there's bovine insulin, which is from cows. So they should have the long needles. Have to pull it out.
Yeah. Are they allowed to use needles?
That's a good point, actually, because a metal
that seems
needle.
Kind of modern.
Yeah, and they use saws, so. They have to make their own needle. I found this on the side of the road in Ravenna.
Oh, God.
In Akron.
An AIDS epidemic. That might be a way to kill the Amish. You just throw in a needle.
Yeah, get them hooked on
needle.
Get them hooked on Sudafed or like painkillers.
Yeah.
Hey guys, I have 500 oxycodone. You guys want to try these out?
God, this freaking like doped up Amish people.
Yeah. I had to stop making Amish clips of us like shit talking them because people got kind of upset.
Oh way!
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know. It was on YouTube that they got upset.
Who the fuck is watching this?
Instagram and TikTok, they were fine with it, but YouTube, people were like, "Guys, what the fuck are you
Easy
talking
with
about?"
the Amish. Yeah. Easy, bro. They have it hard enough.
Yeah.
Man, I mean, if they were all doped up though, then there'd be no like dogs. Or barns.
There'd be no dogs.
No dogs or barns.
Wouldn't have jelly at flea markets.
That's true.
We wouldn't have
Apple
train
orchards.
sets that were made entirely of wood.
Tables?
Yeah. Tables.
Where the fuck would you get your tables from?
Couches. Their couches are pretty bad, and their tables are pretty bad. Like, they're not the best made. They don't use, like, screws.
They're heavy as shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, my parents got a table, our old table from the Amish. And it weighed like 500 pounds.
Yeah, it's rough. And there's no screws. So, like, the nails come out easier. It's not gonna... They can't use wood glue.
They're not allowed to use screws?
I don't think they're allowed... Well, I guess... Maybe. They might be allowed to use screws. They might be. I'm just generalizing now. I'm getting pissed off. If I get pissed off, I start generalizing.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
What group should we generalize about next?
Which one do you want to go on?
I can go all of them. How about the Greeks?
Oh yeah,
I am
there
Turkish.
was fucking.
I actually know nothing about the
The
Greeks.
lady boys over there.
I know Duke's Greek. Yep, dude.
This is about the time me and Brandon started losing steam as well. So
Yeah?
you're exactly like Brandon for the show.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Is that good?
Yeah.
Or are you
good.
looking for something different?
No. I
can go
invited you.
different. Oh, fucking.
Out of everybody that like we hang out with at like the comedy, and I thought you would be the best to have on first
appreciate
as like a
that.
little sleaze in.
Little kind of trial run.
Yeah, Brandon will be back next week. He's not off.
Bo.
His ear couldn't handle it.
It couldn't handle Liam's loud voice.
Yeah.
Couldn't handle the ASMR.
I've had a little sickness personally, but
Really, with what?
no, it was just a cold.
Oh, you gave it to him. You're sucking on his ear.
Yeah.
Got that infected. I learned today that you can get this disease called Guillain. I don't know how the fuck to pronounce it. It's like Guillain-Barré syndrome, where you can get a cold and you get this infection, and it's an autoimmune disorder, and your body just attacks the myelin sheath of your nerves, so then your muscles don't function. And 80% of people make a full recovery, but 20% are kind of fucked.
Are they like essentially paralyzed?
Yeah, and they get their facial paralysis, respiratory issues.
Yeah,
It's like a
muscle to
Lou Gehrig's
breathe.
thing.
you know?
Yeah, and that's scary. So now I'm a hypochondriac. So every time I get a cold, I'm gonna start freaking out and think. I'm like,
Yeah,
is my
I did not know
face
about
feeling
that.
soggy?
So thank you for letting me know.
You're welcome.
Now
I
I'm
feel
gonna
like
freak
you're
out
kind of
about
a
it.
hypochondriac too.
I felt a little weak these past few days going to the gym while sick, so
Uh-oh.
it's probably happening to me.
Muscles. Yeah, usually it starts as an ear infection.
Oh well, Brandon's
a lot
fucked.
of times, Brandon's
Brandon's
gonna be
going down.
fucked. Half his face is gonna be like this. He's not gonna be able to breathe. I think that's what Justin Bieber had.
Oh really?
Maybe.
I thought his was Bell's palsy.
GBS.
But
No, Bell's palsy. There's this girl I went to high school with got Bell's palsy, and I feel horrible because they
is
say
it 'cause
that
she's a whore?
exactly. That's
That was-
exactly. Actually, she.
That was one of those
you
Michael
might
Dickens
wanna-
low blows.
You might want to. All right. You might want to add her to your friend group because she's a very religious person.
Oh.
So maybe God isn't so good after all. But she got it early in high school, I think, and I think it's still affecting her somewhat. And they say Bell's palsy is supposed to.
It's supposed to clear up.
Yeah.
It takes a while, but
It can't. Yeah, some people it takes like a year.
well, isn't that
Others it
what
can take-
Sylvester Stallone has? Bell's palsy.
No, I think he had a birth defect. His like face got
the cleft palate?
smushed or something.
One of the funniest
the vag.
things. Do you ever listen to like Theo Vaughn?
Yeah.
One of the
Sometimes.
funniest things is he called a cleft palate a sister lip. Because like your dad banged his sister. Yeah.
That's good. The Whitakers have a lot of cleft palates in there.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I don't think Sylvester Stallone has it. The guy who plays the Mountain in Game of Thrones, he got Bell's palsy,
Thor Bjornsson.
which makes you kind of look like a pussy. I don't care how muscular you are if your face is like fucking.
Yeah, we did it like I think he deadlifted really heavy, and then it happened.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Well, he has the world record for
Like
deadlift.
he can lift 1,000 pounds, but can't lift
Yeah.
the left side of his face. It's kind of sad.
That's good.
That's pretty good. Should I write that down?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
That's a
Kinda
good.
recorded.
You have to make it a one-liner.
Yeah.
So like you have to say, Thor Bjornsson, who played the Mountain in Game of Thrones, is the strongest man in the
strongest
world.
man, yeah.
He has the world record for deadlift, but he has Bell's palsy. Not strong enough to lift the left side of his
Yeah.
face. That could be good. You have to condense it, but
Not
you have to
bad.
like nobody knows who he is. You have to like
Gotta.
embellish. Like
I can just be like the world's strongest man has Bell's palsy.
yeah, you can do that.
Because I don't think they need to know his name.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That could be a good one-liner. That's your family-friendly one too.
That is.
Yeah.
Still kind of fucked up, but yeah.
Yeah, well, that's all we do, though.
Dude, I wrote a clean joke, man.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
You want to hear one of my clean jokes? I read this last week.
Yeah.
I don't think I told this to you.
Yeah, let's do bits for the last 5.
I'm very afraid of AIDS, hearing aids. I don't know how loud to yell when someone has them.
That's good.
The worst kind of Italians are deaf people, always talking with their hands.
Okay, yeah. Oh, dude, fucking. Have you been to a concert? So I'm not setting up a joke.
Oh, I thought you were setting up a joke.
And I went to the Post Malone concert, and I look over, and they're signers.
Yeah, and they do it on beat.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
And like Roddy Ricch is going, and he's a rapper. He's got fast parts, and they're just blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
And the people are like going along with it.
What do they do with a word that starts with N?
That's what we were talking about. And my conclusion was that no matter what sign they make, they are saying the N word.
Yeah.
Because if they go like this, they'll know in their head it's like, oh, that's the N-word.
Yeah.
If they do
That's
like
funny.
this, that's the N-word.
Or do they spell it out? Do you think they have a sign for it?
Dude, they say it too much to spell out. That would take so long.
But that's kind of messed up if they have a sign for it. Like, what's the sign to say that word?
I mean, even like doing nothing is saying it.
Yeah, that's funny.
Then that just means whenever they're walking with their hands by their side, they're saying the N-word 24/7. They're just walking to work, screaming the N-word in sign language.
Huh. That is, I didn't think about that. Because like comedians do all the time where they're like, I was eating, like they talk about like sex stuff so that they have to act it out pretty much.
Yeah.
Because like eating ass, like they actually do kind of like the motion.
Yeah. No matter what sign you make for it, even if it's like the sign for the like the
bleep.
Censored version of it,
Yeah.
it's still saying
Kind
it because
of,
they're saying it in their head. They're saying everything that gets signed is
Well, you say it in your
getting
head too when
processed
you're
in their
singing
head.
along.
Yeah, but I don't know. I think it's a bit different. I do.
I wonder. I'll look this up later. Of like, is there an actual like sign for it? Like, or do they spell it out?
It's interesting.
Because some words they have to like spell out. Like,
yeah,
but
that would. I feel like that's a hard job. But sorry, do you have another bit?
Let's see. This was an awful one. I told this to Brandon at a bar, and I was like, I'm never telling this. I just thought it was like kind of fun.
But you're telling it again. Let's go.
Biggie Smalls had a future. You know, he had ambitions. He had goals because he was known as Biggie, and he was working towards the Smalls.
You probably shouldn't have told that.
Yeah.
So I don't know for. All my jokes are about sex.
Yeah.
But this has probably been done. But like, so guys aren't horny all the time. Naturally, guys are not horny all the time. They just repress their emotions so much and use masturbation to deal with those emotions because they can't, get in touch with themselves. That those emotions manifest as horniness.
There's got to be a pun there, by the way. Like,
touch themselves. I just thought of that now. So don't yell at me if I'm hard at a funeral. Like, we all grieve in different ways.
Okay.
That
sounds
my
like
body manifesting it.
More like a one-liner than like how, because you don't do any one-liners.
I don't really anymore. I started to when I first started. That's kind of how I wanted to write. Then I kind of got bored with the math of jokes.
Yeah. I just like one-liners to like go in between things, or if I eventually find a longer joke to put that in, I like doing that.
Yeah, it's nice to have.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been watching a lot of Louis lately.
Oh yeah.
And I can just.
He has a couple sprinkled in there.
He does.
Yeah.
And it's. I don't know where the fuck I was going with that, but
I started watching a lot of Mitch Hedberg. I don't know why. And he's all one-liners.
He's too good.
And just his way of talking and his way of enunciating words is so funny that it was like he was made for it. I wish I had like a more of a funny way of talking.
You gotta find that. Right?
Yeah. Well, no, just like his natural voice of like how he talked, like up and down and all that.
And like that specifically fit with his style of writing. Yeah. And that's, I guess, what your voice is that you find. But you think he was always like that? When he was like 8 years old, he was talking like that?
Well, I don't, because supposedly a lot of his mannerism on stage, like wearing sunglasses, long hair in front of his eyes, was because he was so debilitatingly like afraid of being on stage.
Which kind of made him funnier.
Yeah, because apparently when he had sunglasses on, he closed his eyes.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I heard.
There was a set that he did where he didn't have sunglasses and his eyes were closed the entire time.
Really? I haven't watched enough of them, but I want to get like back to watching like the old comedians. Like Mitch Hedberg, Bill Hicks, like
David Tell.
He's like newer still. Like he's been at it
because
a
he's
while.
alive.
Yeah, he's alive. I meant the dead ones.
Just all the dead ones.
George Carlin. You know.
Yeah.
But I haven't watched enough Patrice O'Neal.
What was that?
Elephant in the Room. Yeah.
I think I've seen that like twice.
Do you have any perspective title? If you ever had a special, do you have a title that you would perspective?
No, I haven't thought of one.
I thought
you have one.
One single one. Resting in the Negative. I thought of it like years ago.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's catchy.
Yeah, because mostly mine are negative jokes anyway.
Yeah. Resting in the negative. And you're very like mellow too. Yeah. Like low energy.
Yeah. Sleepy Joe.
Yeah. Sleepy Liam. Yeah. Cool beans.
Are you good? We're good to go?
I mean, it's up to you. It's your show.
Yeah,
we can keep going. I don't care.
It's up to you. Do you have any other bits? We can see if you have like one more bit and then.
Yeah, so, well, this new one that I started writing is about, and this isn't a one-liner, but it's about fucking pregnant women.
Yeah.
And I don't think that it should be allowed.
Yeah.
Because, like, should I just play the audio recording that I took?
No,
I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. Imagine. No, but, like, it's insensitive to the baby.
Yeah.
Because, how the fuck does it go?
So, are you doing this as, like, a comparison kind of joke? Like, are you going to say, like, that's, like...
No.
Okay.
It's just bad for the baby. Because, okay, like, you can't fuck a kid.
Okay.
Right? You're not allowed to do that. But you can have sex with a pregnant woman.
Yeah.
Any pregnant. It doesn't even have to be your wife.
Yeah.
Or the mother of your kid.
Yeah.
And you can get your dick this close to that kid.
And that's
which I think is messed up.
Okay.
And, like, if you took the baby out of the mom, which is birth, and you... like, just put some random guy's penis next to the baby's face, like 3 inches from the baby's face. That's messed up.
Yeah. Okay.
Isn't it?
Yeah. I wouldn't say
if it's a black guy, it's probably touching his face. But
I wouldn't say, like, because you have a consistent thing where you like to say, like, an inflammatory thing.
You can't
unneeded.
Fuck a kid.
Yeah, I wouldn't say that.
Why? I like that. You're not allowed to. It's.
There's a funnier way to say that.
You can't have sex with a kid? Is that funnier?
That's just the same words.
It's not. All right. I won't say that.
There's like a funnier way of like you can't. Because you're not having sex with a kid. You're having it close.
Yeah.
So there's going to be a funnier way of saying like.
Okay.
It's close, but it's
the
not
math's
there.
got to add up.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I wanted to talk about how, like, I'd be pissed if I found out that my parents had sex while I was in my mom's womb, because
you were already so close to it in the shower that you don't want to. You hope it wasn't like that.
Well, it's like I know it's not like they're just having sex while I'm under the same roof as them. Yeah. I'm literally inside one of them.
You're inside the same roof. Inside
the same skin as one of them. Like the womb is your home.
Yeah. During
those 9 months, it is like your sanctuary where you grow, and some asshole's dick is just playing ding dong ditch with your mom's cervix.
That's a good line. I like that.
Then he just comes and paints your house with a bucket of cum.
It's like egging your house.
Yeah, which is semen.
Yeah. It's like leaving a fiery dog turd.
Yeah, it's a horrible way to enter the world, I think.
That's good. I like that. We can end on that. I like sometimes people fast forward to the end, if they're new. So they might have just heard that. So
cool. Well, I hope you liked it. And, you can't fuck kids, by the way. You're not allowed to do that.
Yeah, thank you. I'm Liam Salvage. Goodbye.
I'm Michael Dickens.